Hey you guys, I'm gonna do a quick tutorial on my version of a vegan cabbage, a vegan smothered cabbage, my way anyway. Okay, I already cut up my cabbage. I put oil on it already. I'm gonna mix it all up together with the oil on it. I use extra virgin olive oil or whatever kind of oil you like. You can use canola oil, vegetable oil, whatever. But again, I cut it up, I washed it, and I oiled it up before I even put it in the pot because, as you know, cabbage takes a while to cook down. So the pot will be full. As I turn it, it'll smother down and everything like that. But all of it will be greased up. That way, none of it will stick or burn or anything like that. And I'll still add grease in my pot so when I fry my onions. So I got about 2 onions. Sometimes I use 2 or 3. I use a lot of onions and a little garlic in that. Okay, I'll put my onions in. I'm going to season them with some salt and pepper. Let them cook down and not caramelize, but I'm sorry, translucent. I'm not going to put my garlic in until the onions cook down. That's where a lot of people make mistakes. They put the garlic and onions in together and then the garlic burns. So the onions need to take a little time to cook down and then you throw your garlic because they don't take long to do. So I'll let that cook down a little bit. Then I'll throw some garlic in it. So now I'm going to put my garlic in. Sometimes you have to improvise. I didn't have as much garlic as I thought I did. So I'm going to use some fresh and I'm going to use some granulated. And then I'll let that cook a few minutes. And just to give it a little garlic flavor. I love garlic, so I usually use a lot. And not in my cabbage. I don't use a lot of garlic. But certain things I do. Mostly onions in my cabbage. So I'll let that cook a few minutes. This is what it means when you say you want your onions translucent. It's like they're not really white anymore. You can almost see through them. That's basically what it means. And the flavor, all of the flavor comes out of them. So now I'm going to start stirring in my cabbage. Get them onions off the bottom so they don't keep cooking because they'll burn up. Make sure you stir it up. Get all your onions off the bottom. Stir them in your cabbage. And you got to remember your cabbage has oil on them too, so when they hit the bottom, they'll cook themselves down. You have to do a little bit at a time because, again, they'll cook down, but you can't put the whole. And I think we did 2 small heads of cabbage, so just want to make sure all of your onions are off the bottom and stir it through so they don't sit on the bottom and burn. And as you can notice, it's already cooking itself down. You don't need a whole lot of liquid. If you do need liquid, you can use vegetable broth. See, they're cooking down now. I'll add some more to it. But this way you have to just keep stirring it so it don't burn. And then, like I said, they're cooking down. I'll add some more. And just keep stirring. And before you know it, it'll be all cooked out. And I'm a clean freak, so I clean my sink before I wash my cabbage in it. You can see it cooking itself down, and it will, but you gotta keep stirring it because it'll burn. You don't want it to sit on the bottom and burn. That's the main thing. Now what I'm gonna do is add a little of this vegetable broth. Not a whole lot because I don't want it watery or anything. I just want a little something on the bottom of it. And the steam from now to cook it down some more. I'm going to add some more seasoning. Ton of saturates. Pepper. Salt. I'll add more as I go. And my secret too, a lot of people use bacon and ham hocks and all that. Use a little liquid smoke. That'll give it a little smoke flavor. You don't need a lot because it's strong. And you could add as you go. You just taste it as you go. Now you can let it cook down a little bit. I'll put a top on it, let it steam a little bit, then I'll come back and stir it up some more, taste it, and check my flavors and see if I need to add anything. I mentioned that I'm going to top it up so the steam will cook it down, and I'll keep stirring and checking and stirring, and before you know it, it'll be done. Okay, you guys, I forgot one of my key ingredients. It's cayenne pepper. You don't want to use too much, but you don't want to use not enough. For some reason, cayenne pepper, it's not always the heat that you get off of it, but it gives it a flavor, a certain flavor cayenne pepper has. So that's why I use it. I don't use it to just heat it all up. But I don't use a whole lot. I just use a pinch of it. And that's about enough. And like you can see, it's cooking down. Use salt, pepper, ton of saturates, cayenne pepper, liquid smoke, onions, garlic powder. You can use whatever you want, but those are the things that I use. And again, like I said, that liquid smoke gives it the flavor, as if you use some meat in it, some bacon or ham hocks or something like that, because I don't use the meat. So vegetable broth. When I used to cook with meat, I would boil my salt meat or my ham hock or whatever, and I would pour some of the stock off of that. But since I don't use meat, I use vegetable broth. And I don't use a lot of it because I don't like it. I mean, I like cabbage always. Sometimes I like it like a soup or swimming in the water, in the juice or whatever. Sometimes I like it like this, which is considered smothered, where it'll cook itself down without having a whole lot of juice to it. So I'll let it cook down a little while longer. and keep stirring it. Make sure it don't stick on the bottom, and top it up because the steam helps it to cook quicker. Well, not quicker, but it helps it to cook better. And so I'll come back and show y'all the final. Alright, that's about it. Smothered cabbage, plant-based, no meat, no animal product.